3 minutes.
Yep.
Here we go.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and you're listening to a podcast that believes in dreams, that places trust in the magic of imagination, that is always the first start of the right, and where the light in the window is always on. Join as we discuss the views from Walt's apartment.
Hey, everyone, and welcome to Walt's Apartment Podcast. We're here to cover all things Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. We are brought to you by thedisneyinsider.com and our sponsor, Getaway Today. I'm joined by a group of like-minded Disney fans from all over the country. We've assembled to share our love of all things Disney with you. As always, we hope you enjoy the view from Walt's Apartment. Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday night. Happy Walt's Apartment live stream night. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good. We've got lots of people with us today.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Bill's number one?
Bill was not. Sorry, Bill.
Nope.
Adam, you weren't either. Sorry.
Right.
And Mary called them on it.
Who was first? Was it Tiffany?
It was first? Mary.
Mary's first. Okay.
Mary's
Sharing
on
is
it.
caring. Absolutely.
Sharing is caring. Rosemary, Nicole, happy
how are you?
Wednesday. Chris, not even close to first. Howdy, neighbors.
What's up, Danny? Perfect.
And as Mary says, better to just be here than to
That
be
is
first. That is right.
true.
That's right.
David, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm good. Just got finished doing my ukulele practice. So
Nice. Give us a little something.
No,
right.
but I'll do a little something later and stuff.
All right, sounds good.
The goal is to be seasoned for my wedding day and stuff, so I can play a little ditty. But for now, it's just practice.
Practicing, perfect. Well, good to have you here. It's like 190 degrees in Oregon. So
oh my God, it is.
It's so bad. The heat is so. It's like a dry heat here, which I think is so weird. But it is what it is. It's supposed to be 112 on Sunday. I know it's going to be 116 up where Sean is, up in Bellevue, Washington. But hey, that's why we have air conditioners. Brianna, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I see that you're getting a little bit of that Arizona life then.
Yeah, you're like just laughing at us going, 100, 110. What the heck is that?
It's been all June and some of May.
Yeah. April is like 95. Just deal with it. So. And Sam, how are you?
Good. Not 110 degrees.
You actually had an exciting start to your week, didn't you? Weather-wise.
Oh, we did. Yeah, there were some local tornadoes. We're good though.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Well, like I said, it's another Wednesday night. We're excited to have everyone here. We have a very cool special guest tonight. Allow me to introduce Joshua Schaefer.
Hello.
Hi, Josh. We actually met Josh when Sam and I were lucky enough to do the interview with Gina Rock, the Flying Tinkerbell. He is actually her public relations manager. Then coming to find out, he's a huge Disney historian. Has his own website, www.disneyguide.org. Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Author of a book. He sent me the book, which is The Magic Kingdom, which is a traveler's guide to Disneyland, which great book. So many tips in it. And we're just so happy to have you here. We talked about this for a while and schedules got crossed. But tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us why you love Disney. What got you into loving Disney? Just kind of go from there, my friend.
Well, I didn't really start going to Disneyland until I was 21. So it was back in 2001. And I was like, this place is just like, it's awesome because when you go into the park, you just see everything that you saw when you were a child, movies and sounds, the music and stuff. And I got a season pass right away. And I started going a couple times a year. I live up by San Francisco, so it's like a 6.5 hour drive to get down there.
Okay.
I made time to go, and around 2006, I was learning fun facts about Disneyland, like the basketball hoop on top of the Matterhorn, Walt's apartment above the firehouse, little things like that. And I was like, this is really interesting because before Disney, I was huge just into fun facts, like whether it's about science or animals or anything. And I started keeping track.
Got a little delay.
Oh, we're losing you.
Yep.
On
Come in.
on the computer. Oh,
Yep.
did you? I got lost. Okay, I'm back.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I would print out the list and take it with me to Disneyland and share it with people in line, talk to cast members. I'd learn new things. I'd look up things online, which back in 2006 wasn't as easy to do as it is now because websites weren't what they are now. Right. Not even close. And there weren't as many books out. People didn't have access to Disney animators or Imagineers like they do now because they all have Facebook pages or Instagrams or whatever. So you can actually talk to them. Whereas before it's impossible. But I started getting more and more, and someone's like, you should print this into a little booklet. And I was like, that's a good idea. And so it came out to 67 pages. I was printing it out and putting it in clear slips and binders and selling it on eBay. And I sold 13 books that way. And then I was like, I should just get this actually published into a book. And people were like, you should add in a section on how to save money or about the restaurants or, the best times to visit. And so how to use fast passes. And my book got bigger and bigger, and it turned into more of a vacation guide than just fun facts about the attractions, which is in there. And that's the main part. But it was kind of hard to market it as a fun fact book. So it's just more like, here's a vacation guide, but there's history of the park because the fun facts are pretty much history of the attractions. So, in October 2010, my first edition got published. That's this one. It's a lot thinner than my new one. There's about 1,000 fun facts in here, and I started doing book signings and going to.
I think we lost him again.
Oh, froze.
To Disney events and making friends.
Okay, can you hear us still, Josh?
With them, and then my second edition, which is 700 pages with 3,700 fun facts in it, and a big section for movies, which the first one didn't have. It had princess movie fun facts, but not movies like this one does. But because I had met Disney Imagineers, I had Imagineer Terry Hardin and Rolly Crump write the forwards for my book, and they looked at it and they gave me feedback. And yeah,
that's cool.
I released it at D23 Expo in 2017. I was on the Sweep Spot podcast, and they asked me if I wanted to share their booth with them, and I was like, heck yeah, I do. I need to get my second book done. I'd been working on it for 7 years, but I wasn't like writing all the time, and I just like for the last 7 months, I was just like every single night, hours and hours and hours, and I wrote like a third of the book in 7 months.
Jeez.
So.
Well, that's awesome.
Nice.
And you can get the book online, right? On the website?
Yep. You can get it from my website. I ship them out. I sign them, ship them out. You can get them on Barnes & Noble and Amazon, but those come from my publisher. So they're not signed or anything, and they cost more.
Okay.
All right.
It's such a great like thing to eat. Like I'm thinking from like a mom perspective, you have those little like things that you can entertain kids with in line. Like you have the book and you're like, oh, look, we're in line for pirates. Like, let's see what facts we can talk about with pirates. And you get to teach the kids, the background knowledge and give them something a little bit extra. And that gives them a little bit more Disney magic that, I mean, a normal park goer may not have if they don't know a lot about Disney history. I love that.
There's actually 40 pages dedicated just to Haunted Mansion and pirates in this book. So there's plenty of information on those two, which are two of the probably top five. So but for sure, one David's favorite Haunted Mansion.
You got me sold at Haunted Mansion. So I'm going to the parks in a couple of weeks. Actually,
I'm gonna actually bring this book over to you to look at.
I'm gonna order the book.
Okay.
So how long does it take to ship to get here? I'm going to order it directly from Josh, so I'll just go to the site and order it, so I can take it with the family to Disneyland.
Okay.
Barry says, fun fact, Brianna loves the Muppets.
Absolutely.
Yes. Very, very, very fact.
Chris says, kids ruin Disney trips. Chris.
Oh my God.
Well, Imagineer Terry Hardin, who wrote my forward, was a puppeteer for Jim Henson for a long time. She was Baby's Arms in Dinosaurs, the TV show. She worked on Muppet Vision 3D when it was at the parks. She was in Ghostbusters, Flintstones.
She's a fierce woman.
Oh yeah, she did the McDonald's commercials back in the 80s where they had the chicken McNuggets and they were stick puppets.
Wow.
Arms commercials. Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. Every time I talk to her, because I wrote her mini biography for her, and every time I talk to her, she'll say something. I'm like, you never told me that you made the suit for Clown in Spawn. If you've seen Spawn. And I was like, what?
John
Leguizamo's costume for Spawn?
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I was like, and she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about it. I'm like, how do you forget about all these movies and stuff that you've done? It's just crazy.
For the record, Josh, Brianna hates the Muppets. That's
it was sarcastic.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
We're gonna wear her down. She's gonna love it at some point.
I don't think so. She's pretty stand pat on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mary's the hero right now. She's dropping the book link in there. Josh's website.
I'm grabbing the book.
I will put it in the show notes for this as well. Before we get on to anything else, Josh, thank you for hooking us up with Gina.
Oh, you're welcome.
I've done a lot of interviews. She was a blast. It was so much fun. I feel like we probably could have talked for hours, and she was amazing. How did you hook up with her? And then
it's a funny story. 2015, right before MouseCon up here in Northern California. It's the first Northern California Disney convention. I got an email from her saying, "How did you know I was Tinkerbell?" And I was like, "What?" I had written a blog, just like a fun fact about the different Tinkerbells that were in the park. You know, Tiny Klein, Judy Kay, Mimi Zerbini, and then Gina Rock. But all it said was Gina Rock, period. There was no information about her. And I said, well, I do research and stuff, and I came across your name. And she's like, oh, okay. I was just wondering like how you knew. Hey, do you want to write an article about what I'm doing now since I retired? And I was like, yeah, I can do that. So I interviewed her and wrote an article that was for the Disneyana newsletter in Southern California. And she works for, well, you can listen to her episode. You want to know what she does now. But a little bit after that came out, she's like, you should be my public relations manager. I was like, I don't know how to do how do you do that?
That's
like,
awesome.
what do you want me to do? She's like, get me on podcasts and run, sell my autographs and stuff. I created her website and I run that for her. And, I talk to her all the time about.
She's awesome.
It's so funny, like
random
hearing
other
you
stuff
describe
I
this.
mean-
Like hearing you describe it, like that is her personality.
Oh,
She's
absolutely.
like so straightforward and just like, hey, okay.
Very straightforward person. And just like with Terry, every time I hear one of her podcast interviews, I learn something new. I'm like, you never told me you dated Rowdy Roddy Piper. What?
Wait, did she?
How did-
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was.
All right.
She went on a date with Andy Kaufman too. I don't know if she said that
Oh,
on your
geez.
episode, but like, what? I didn't know any of that stuff, so I had to add it to like show notes. Like, if
Wow.
you want to ask her about these things,
Well, cool. Let's get into the show. Real quick, let's blow through our shows real quick. Force Friday is our Star Wars show, which will be coming back soon, about midway through the Bad Batch, hosted by Amber and Jade. They will be getting that back here soon. Extra Magic Hour, Brianna, what is that?
Extra Magic Hour is our All Things Everything's Parks podcast, which is coming back this week. Finally, guys.
We're recording tonight after this.
We are.
We're going to talk about Brianna's trip that she just got back, I think, yesterday?
A couple days ago, but
Okay.
I've been working every day since. So
And then Sam's Imagineer feature will be on Harper Goff. So that will be fun. So we're going to talk about that later on tonight. We're going to record that later on. David and Sam, what's the Marvel Tribe? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. David, tell us Marvel Tribe. Sam, tell us about Disology. Sorry.
No,
Get excited.
so first of all, Marvel Tribe is a one-size-fits-all for all different groups, fandoms of Marvel stuff. So if you love Marvel, or if you're just new to Marvel, or you just like a particular show, a particular actor like Loki,
Scarlet
or
Witch?
the Winter Soldier, or whatever, or Scarlet Witch, this show is for you. We get to talk about all things Marvel. Right now, we are doing our Disney Plus series of Loki, so we're kind of tagging along with Loki. We missed this episode due to there was some illness in the cast, but we're all back, and we're going to be creating a 2-part episode for Loki. So that's going to be fun. We're going to break down some of the Easter eggs and what happened today. If you guys haven't watched Loki, I can't spoil anything for you guys.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but some big things happened today, and so we'll talk all about that on the Marvel Tribe. So we record every Sunday, and it will be released soon after that. So
Absolutely.
Danny says it's the podcast that protects the sacred timeline.
yes.
Speaking of the Marvel Tribe this week, we are actually recording it earlier on Sunday afternoon. We're actually recording it with Matt Ramos, who is Snoops on TikTok. He has 2 million followers on TikTok and like 150,000 people on his YouTube page. He's a huge Marvel guy. We're going to geek out with him about that. I say it's going to be an hour. I feel like it's going to be longer. I just feel that because I think we're doing 2 episodes and having Matt on as well. So check that out. It'll be out Sunday night. And Sam, Disology, tell us what it was this week and what's coming up next week, because this week we have one of our friends, Marvel Tribe host Chris, on your show. So
Yeah. So Chris was on with Rachel and I for Disology this week. We talked about Disney food culture and a little bit about food politics. It was a super fun show. If you missed our live stream yesterday, go back and watch it. We are going to be talking about, on our next episode, Disney's America, which was a park that was going to exist that never ended up existing. So we're going to use that for our 4th of July vibe. We're going to talk about
Nice.
Disney's America. So
perfect. So check out all of our shows. Check out all of our friends' shows. Check out Sean Nyberg's Disney Beat when he brings it back here in the next couple of months. Let's move on. Joshua, what are you watching right now on Disney Plus?
Loki.
That's it. Anything else?
Well, I watched like everything that came out from Marvel and Star Wars. Like I watched that stuff as it came out.
Right.
I'm working on a book trilogy right now, and so my free time I write.
Okay.
I'll watch like a movie or shows or something at nighttime, but I really planned on binging stuff, and I just never really did.
Right.
So like that's where all my time goes. But yeah, the WandaVision and Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, those were all like as soon as they're out. I
Yes,
watched them.
absolutely. Brianna, how about you?
Luca, that
sorry.
really good movie.
Luca, yes, that was a great movie.
Yeah. So when that stuff comes out, I'll watch it. Cruella.
Mhm.
Some
What'd
of the
you
other
think of Cruella?
stuff, like the Imagineering stuff that was on there, I started watching.
He's fading in and out.
It like I have all of the movies that they have on there like on DVD or Blu-ray already. So if
Yeah.
I wanted to watch any of the animated ones, I have them on Blu-ray or
Yes.
some random movie I have the DVD. So
Now you did send me a picture last night of your theater room with it had to have been 5,000 DVDs in there.
yeah, so I have 9,800 movies,
Okay.
and
Jeez.
that doesn't count the Blu-rays. I have about 800 Blu-rays, but and Blu-rays are duplicates of DVDs that I have. It's just I wanted to have like all the Marvel movies I have on Blu-ray.
Sure.
My theater can seat 21 people. It has an 8-foot screen and a snack bar and surround sound, under-seat lighting. Now there is a movie theater up here by us called the Brendan Movie Theater that closed down a couple years ago. And 8 years ago. And they sold a bunch of the theater chairs to somebody, and he was selling them on Craigslist. And I bought 19 of them. And then I bought a theater futon from Walmart because I have some friends that can't fit in the theater chairs. So that way there's a like a futon to sit on.
There you
And
go.
so they're all lined up so you could see the screen. And I would have movie nights and we would watch, or movie days. So like we watched Harry Potter. We started at 7 a.m. and it ended at 2:30 a.m. of the next day.
Whew.
There was 15
Man.
of us. We had
Sounds like something
pizza,
up Brianna's
sandwiches,
alley.
donuts. The first time I filled the theater was a Star Wars marathon. That was when I had 21
Right.
people.
And where are you at? Because I'm not that far from San Francisco.
I'm in Antioch. Antioch.
I have to say your library is almost as big as my library and stuff. So I have not met a person who's in the thousands yet for their movie
Wow.
library. So, but
I used
still
to work
think
at
about-
Blockbuster,
There you
and
go.
we would get. Well, I guess they're closing now. I can say this. So we would get the story lists, and instead of throwing movies away after we shredded them, we would divvy them up amongst ourselves. And so I ended up getting a bunch of them that way.
There you go.
Some of the movies were never even rented. There was no rental history for them, and we were supposed to shred them, but we didn't.
Sam, what are you watching on Disney Plus right now?
Loki.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, I mean, I literally don't have time to watch
Right.
TV. I do 4 podcasts a week. Come on.
Right, I know.
Wow.
Brianna?
Yeah, Loki, I think was this week the finale of Big Shot. It felt like the
Yep.
finale.
It was.
I was like, so I guess that's over. And Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think those are the 3 I'm watching right now. I did watch Luca on the plane
Okay.
last week, and it was really good.
David, what are you watching, bud?
Oh, Loki for sure.
Right.
But
I mean, we're all the hosts of the Marvel tribe, so we all better be watching that, or there's going to be a problem. So.
No, absolutely. But yeah, no, I watched Luca. Well, okay, I watched and I fell asleep. Again, it's just a thing I do. I fall asleep to movies. Doesn't matter how great they are, I do. But I watched it again, and it's actually a really, really good. It's a good movie. So
I watched
love
it like 2 hours ago. I thought it was really good. I just finished it. Yeah, Big Shot was really good, and I'm curious what will happen the next season. I thought that was a really good show. Loki's got my gamma waves working overtime. Yes, Danny. Don't say too much because I haven't even seen. I've only watched episode 2 once, so I'm like so far behind. I need to get caught up. I've been swamped at work and other things going on. So, but hey, it's all good. Let's get into some news from our friends at DisInsider.com. Make sure you check out Skylar and Derek's Patreon exclusive show on it's called the Dis Insider. So check that out. Brianna, hit us with the first story there real quick.
Yeah, Rachel Ziegler has been cast as our live action Snow White. So she stars in the movie West Side Story, and the studios seem to be really impressed with her and picked her up for Snow White, which is really exciting. basically they're saying that it's going to start filming next year, and they've got people on board for music already and a producer. Who's Mark Platt is going to produce, and he did Mary Poppins Returns and La La Land. So that might give a little bit of a vibe of how
there you go.
Snow White's going to go. Yeah, I think this is really exciting. At first I was like, oh man, Snow White's such a classic. I'm really ready to kind of see what they're going to do with it. But honestly, Cinderella is one of my favorite live action remakes that they did. So going back to these real classic movies, it should be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back that far. Chris has a breaking news here. He says that Big Shot season 2, Aunt Becky gets everyone into school.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Chris, for giving us that scoop. We appreciate it.
Wow. Okay.
Sam, what do you think about Snow White live action?
I mean, I'm cool. It's fine.
Okay.
I am like, when it comes to live action, I'm just like, it's going to be a big hit or a big miss.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they overdo it. But I mean, I feel like Snow White is a safe play.
Being the first movie, I feel like I think it will be. I hope they do it justice, because it is. There's so much behind that movie just because of it being like
the first.
You know what I mean? I hope they don't mess it up. I hope they don't Alice in Wonderland it with Johnny Depp. You know what I mean? I don't want them to do that. You know what I mean? So, but what do you think, David? Are you excited for that, or are you a live action fan?
Man, you had me going at La La Land,
right?
No, I you know me. Here's the deal. Musicals aren't for everybody and stuff, and it's just one of those things that it's kind of hard for me to. I wasn't a big fan of Snow White, and I'd rather see Bambi live action and the whole scene where never mind. I'd rather see Bambi live action.
Fair enough. Josh, what do you think?
I'm looking forward to it. Snow White is my least favorite Disney princess because her voice is annoying to me. But if you think about it, Snow White hasn't had other things about them. Cinderella has had sequel straight to home video. Little Mermaid's had multiple videos, TV series. Sleeping Beauty's had her own straight to video thing, and then they had Maleficent. So it's like all these older movies have had things about them, but Snow White hasn't.
That's true.
Pocahontas even had a sequel. Mulan had a sequel. Yep. Aladdin had multiples, which was the first home release. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to just seeing something new about that.
Cool. Right on. Next story is by David. Did you get that story, David? Did you have a chance to take a look at it?
No, I was not actually. Okay. Did you updated the thing?
I did. It's okay. I got it here. It came out today. I knew more stuff would come out today. Real quick, Scarlett Johansson is actually going to take on a producer role and star in a new movie about the Tower of Terror. And she's actually going to be the producer and be the star of it. So the article was basically just saying that they hope it does justice better than the Steve Guttenberg movie. So just throwing that out there that, Scarlett Johansson, any thoughts on that Tower of Terror movie? Will you guys go see it?
Yes.
As long as it's better than the Haunted Mansion movie.
Oof. Oh, man. Yeah.
Wow, really?
No. That movie's not good.
Give Eddie Murphy any? Really? It's okay. It's not good.
It's not.
That was definitely a paycheck for Eddie Murphy. So yeah.
I really hate to diss Disney on anything, but that was one thing that you keep. Yeah. I'm sorry. No. But yeah. Thoughts on Tower of Terror movie? Anyone? Josh, Sam, Brianna?
I'm looking forward to it because the other one was made for like the Disney Channel, so it didn't have a budget behind it, and it was made 7 years after the attraction opened in Florida, and it was 4 years before it opened here. So people out here, unless they went to Disney World, wouldn't even know when it was. So you lost like a huge target audience there. I met Mark Silverman, who does the voice of Rod Serling on the Tower of Terror. Like I made friends with him. He's been to Disney conventions. We usually have a table next to each other.
That's cool.
We lost Josh. Nope, he's back.
I'm back.
Okay. All right. So Scarlett Johansson will produce that. Sam, Brianna, any thoughts?
I mean, Tower of Terror is such an iconic ride, so
Mhm.
I think that if they're going to do this, they'll do it right. Like, I have faith.
I mean, I remember it at Disneyland, but
Or Mary said she rode Tower of Terror with Mark Silverman.
Oh wow, that's cool.
You know what? I should reach out to Mark Silverman and see if he'll do an episode with us.
Yes.
You want me
You
to
know
ask
him?
him?
Yes.
I mean, he follows a couple of our shows.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh shoot. All right. I had no idea.
Well, I know he follows Disology.
Yeah.
You know, he follows Disology. Yeah, I'm Facebook friends with him, but
Oh, perfect.
yeah, but I'll ask
Cool.
him.
Can we get Steve Gutenberg on here too?
Oh,
I don't have that connection.
I don't know.
Come
does
on.
anyone have that connection? So okay. So next story is the one that I have here. Looks like Black Widow is going to be a pretty good movie, according to what people are saying. There's some people have seen it. I just want to read a couple of Twitter reviews here. It says Marvel movies are back. Black Widow is a tense, action-packed spy thriller that truly completes Natasha's story. And says Florence, is it Pugh or is it Pugh?
Yeah.
I feel, yeah.
Crushes it as an instant MCU icon. This guy says yes, there is a post-credit scene, so stick around. David Harbour is hilarious and a major scene stealer. Take place after Civil War, so lots of Avenger references. So if this is Scarlett's final performance as Natasha, it's a great way to go out. Sorry, stumbled on my words. There's some mixed reviews coming in. Not mixed; they all sound pretty good. They did post another article today on Business Insider saying that it's pacing a $90 million opening weekend. So
Wow.
I think it's going to be the first big movie coming back after COVID. It sounds like. I think they were smart to wait a year for it to come out. So, thoughts on Black Widow? Anyone?
I can't wait.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
I was
Yeah,
like,
it's-
Excited.
The
That's gonna be my
reviews.
first movie back in theaters since I saw Onward. 2 weeks before lockdown happened?
Right. Yep.
So
That's the last movie I saw too. Was Onward.
I plan
So,
on it being my first movie back. So
Yeah.
I'm in a group with a couple of critics and stuff who's actually they seen it. So we're talking about it on Clubhouse without giving me the spoil. I left when they started talking spoiler stuff, but they're saying it's on par with Winter Soldier. So it's which I love. I mean, that's a great movie, and it's a great kind of that thriller. So I'm all for it. I can't wait. It's pacing right behind Fast and Furious 9. Which we got 2 big summer blowouts. I mean, Fast is open in more places around the world, and they're only exclusive on in the theaters and stuff. So they're like at 300 million. But
I don't even think about Fast and Furious.
yeah, but right now, Black Widow is pacing them, and then once they get the U.S. release and the other countries and stuff, it's going to be neck and neck and proving that summer movie is back. So I'm excited for it.
Well, if it's pacing 90 million and it's going to be on Premier Access on Disney Plus, it's going to do well. So because I'll buy it. I'll buy it to make sure I have it to go back and watch again. So I'll spend the $30 and I'll go to the movies too, I think. So I won't be in town that weekend on July 9th, but I'll be at Disneyland, so it's fine. So it's all good. So I'll be fine. I can wait a couple of days to see it. But Brianna, thoughts?
yeah, I mean, I've already got my ticket reserved for the first showing in IMAX, the opening night, and when I went to reserve it, the theater was filling up. So yeah, cool. I'm excited.
Perfect. Anyone else have any more thoughts on that? No. Okay, cool. Real quick story. Came out today. Harrison Ford injured his shoulder on the set of Indiana Jones 5. He was practicing a fight scene, and they have not really released what the extent of his injuries are, but he was injured on set. I don't know why he would be practicing fight scenes at he's 70.
He should have a stunt double.
Isn't he? What's the article say? I think he's 70.
80? Yeah.
He's 79. I think he is. So I mean that's. But I guess the article says he's not a stranger to getting hurt on. He got hurt, I guess, in one of the Star Wars movies as well. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say. He hurt his back.
Yeah,
for Force Awakens.
Yeah. Thought anyone just thoughts out to Harrison Ford? Hope he's all right. It doesn't sound like it's too serious, but it says that he got hurt. Sam, let's save the last article there for you about Disney parks fun stuff coming out.
Yes. So 50th anniversary, October 1st, we are going to see 3 new shows premiere at Walt Disney World. So they were going to open things like last year and kind of have like this multi-year build up to celebrate the 50th. So now they're just going to open everything on October 1st, the actual anniversary, and then kind of expand it for 18 months afterwards. So we are going to be getting a new castle show called Disney Enchantment. That will be like a new nighttime fireworks spectacular. Harmonious is going to be officially opening at Epcot, and it's supposed to be, from what Disney is saying, it is going to basically change the way fireworks shows are in all Disney parks. Like, it's supposed to be the best fireworks show that Disney has created for a park. Wow. And then there's also going to be a daytime show at Animal Kingdom. Let me try and remember what that was called. Disney Kite Tales. It's going to be in the Discovery River Amphitheater. So it's basically going to be like these big kites that they're flying. They're like 30 feet long, and just going to be a good daytime show. They can't do any fireworks shows in Animal Kingdom because of the wildlife, right?
Yeah.
So and that's kind of like why it's off a little bit too.
I was going to say, is it pretty far away from the other parks?
Far enough away that the fireworks are not an issue.
Okay, good. That totally makes sense. Like I said,
all 3 October 1st. Which is smart because they're going to be pooling people to different parks.
Each spot, which is really, really smart because that place is going to be crazy October 1st. I mean, with the 50th, and then and Ratatouille, I believe, opens the same weekend.
Same day.
Me too, Bill.
Me too, Bill.
He crashes his plane once a week.
Oh.
Barry says he's fine. He crashes his plane once a week. But yeah, I have no plans to go to Walt Disney World anytime soon, but I do plan on seeing all that stuff, and I can't wait to see. I mean, I almost cried at the fireworks I watched last week that I've never seen before. So they do stuff right there for sure, and I'm excited to see it. We'll dive more into that for the Extra Magic Hour when we record that later on, so we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. So, but Josh, David, any thoughts on the fireworks shows there?
I'm gonna have to start planning a trip for Disney World now.
There you go.
I am too. Probably next year.
Yeah.
Well, Mary says she's going to be there September 22nd through October 4th. Mary is going to be there for the 50th anniversary. So, Mary, send us all the pictures and everything.
Wait, isn't the 22nd? Isn't that the first day of fall, Barry?
Barry.
I think it is actually. Well, Barry gives us our update every day of how many days until. But I think the 22nd is the first day of fall because my birthday's the following day, so I know it's real close to that.
Just trying to skip summer.
It's just he already has, man. His post. Thank you, Barry, for keeping us update of when, Oh, happy birthday! It's Mary's birthday on the 22nd, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yep, in September. We'll try to remember that. But yeah, cool new stuff coming to Disney parks. Anyone have any extra thoughts on that? More thoughts on that? No. Okay. I want to talk about our sponsor. All right. Our sponsors.
Maybe David should.
Oh, I know. I'm going to let him. I'm just going to tell him who they are. Our sponsors get away today, which you can book with them through the link in our show notes. You can click on that, and it takes you right to them. It says Walt's Apartment guest, welcome, and they're going to help you out. So, but David, talk to us about Getaway today, man. Father's Day just happened.
So, we had Father's Day. And, we had Mother's Day a while ago, which is weird because, Mother's Day is the second celebrated most holiday right after Christmas. So, you have God, then you have moms. And then fathers are, we're 20th. So you have all these weird holidays in between now and then. But there's one more holiday that's called vacation some point in the summer day that you celebrate at any point in the given future from here and then. I don't know what I'm saying. But at some point, you're going to have to take part in Vacation Day. And if you want to do that, you don't want to add stress to yourself. So I'm just going to say this. whatever. Well, I can't even say whatever our sponsor. I know what our sponsor is selling because they helped me book my trip to Disneyland a couple of weeks. So I'm telling you guys, Getaway Today is amazing. They helped me out. I hate vacations because of the planning, and this was easy. I'm still not in believe that I'm going to Disneyland. I really not. It's just ridiculously easy. Like I talked to Sean. I'm like, dude, I called the hotels. They're like, yes, you are confirmed, Mr. Van Hook. I checked my reservations for my flights. I got the app for Disney. I mean, I am set. I'm ready to go. And I lifted no fingers. It's ridiculously easy. So I'll leave you with this. Vacation day is coming for you guys at some point. So make sure you get you some. That's really all I got to say about the sponsors. Get you some. So have a good one.
And David, did you pay any extra?
Hey, I'm getting some on a regular there. Oh wait, yes. No, I did not pay. No, not a single dime. In fact, they actually saved me. I did my own calculations. They saved me a ton of money from booking with them and stuff. So I didn't have to pay anything extra for them just to do the job for me. So that's kind of cool.
I'm glad
you heard it here first. Get you some.
Get you some.
Get you some.
And Sam, when we re-record the opening for Getaway Today, I want to put you some in there. So we need to put that in there somehow.
Okay.
So,
can you edit out? I get some on the regular too.
Well, this is live, but so do you use travel agents at all to go down to Disney, Josh?
No, I plan it all myself.
Well, if you need help, check out getawaytoday.com and tell them Waltz Apartment sent you.
You could get you some too.
Yeah.
If I use when I use a travel agent, it would be for Disney World because
they do
that's
that too.
Like foreign to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like here, I just planned a whole trip for somebody who's hasn't been since 2008. So I was like, well, yeah, just send you over an itinerary. So I looked up everything for them and sent them the info. So and broke it down to how much it would cost and stuff. So
I did that last week. We're going again in October, so I did that last week. I have 17 tickets in my Disneyland app that I was sitting there putting everyone on the right day, making sure that they're going to the right time. So, yeah. Someone has an echo.
That's not me.
All right.
Echo.
Like hearing myself.
Echo.
All right. Next thing. It's weird. All right.
Yeah, I hear the echo.
It's not Sam.
Is it me?
Hello? Yeah.
It's me?
It's you. Are you listening like on a speaker or do you have headphones in?
No, it's I have the speaker on. I can do.
It's probably better.
It's gone. The echo's
It's gone now. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. David, I haven't watched this week's episode of Loki. I don't know Brianna. I don't know Brianna. I was watching Luca Namor instead. So it's still kind of Marvel related, but right, Sam?
You know what?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Sean. Yes.
That's a cute movie, but
I love the Namor dig. That was so low key. I love that.
You broke my heart.
Low-key.
I'm sorry.
That was
I always have your back though, so come on. So let's go. So let's talk about Loki this week. What was your thoughts on it? Did you see it, Brianna?
I have 3 times.
Okay, so Jesus. Brianna and David, what do you guys think of this week's episode? But don't say too much.
Go first, Brianna.
I loved this episode. I don't even know where to start saying anything that won't give anything away. So I'm just going with I love this episode. It's my new favorite.
Oh, wow.
Like I said, I've watched it 3 times already, and I will probably watch it at least one more time tonight.
And I've seen
tomorrow on the
people
plane.
saying that it's not good. I've seen people saying that it was the worst
I
episode so far.
understand why some people would say that. There's a lot of character building, and I will throw plot away to build characters.
Yeah, for sure. I
Like
agree.
first thing. So I was very happy, and this is my type of episode, and I completely understand why there's some people that wouldn't like it.
Okay.
So was it a slower burn? This
I don't think
episode?
so.
David down there.
I wouldn't say that.
Chris says, not spoiler, mommy issues.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I need to finish it. I'm about halfway through it. So, David, go ahead.
So, okay, I'm mixed because this is probably the one out of all the Marvel shows. WandaVision progressively, was just topping each other. Falcon and Winter Soldier progressively topping each other. This one just did a bridge move. It just kind of went lateral for me. It wasn't spectacular because I felt like I was sitting in on a therapy session is all I can really say. There was some action in there. There was. And some interesting reveals. Man, the Easter eggs in this show, in this particular episode is stellar. But beyond that, for me, that the story kind of was, this is going to be a bridge to 4 is all I can say. Wasn't progressively better than the previous 2, but we'll talk about all of that and stuff. Yep. So it's mixed. Some people loved it. Some people like, it wasn't the greatest. And I'm like, it's, it's for what it's worth. They had to have done this. I'd much rather them do this than, the flashback. I hate when they dedicate a whole episode to just flashbacks and stuff. So I like the way they're kind of revealing some things here, but it was just kind of a mellow bridge to the next episode.
Sweet. All right. I'm looking forward to it. I know Tom Hiddleston was interviewed a little while back, and they asked him his favorite episodes, and 4 and 5 are his favorite. So, those 2 are coming up, and he said we're going to get some big reveals of cast members that we can't talk about yet. So the next couple of weeks are going to be great, and we're all going to be traveling and out of town for it. So that's going to be awesome, and the 4th of July. So, but we're going to get everything handled for you guys, get everything out to you. So perfect. Josh, what do you think of Loki so far? Josh,
what
do you think of Loki so far?
You guys all froze, so I didn't hear it. What was that?
I said, what do you think of Loki so far?
Oh, I really like it. I'm
glad it's not me for once.
It's time and how he could jump around and stuff really interests me. So I like it. I haven't rewatched episodes yet just because I haven't had time, but I've only seen them once.
Perfect. Nice. So yeah, we're going to break everything down this week in the Marvel Tribe episodes 2 and 3. We're going to dive into them with Snoops. So check that out coming out. And let's get into our game. I figured with Josh being here, Josh writing a book about Disneyland, I figured let's do another round of Disneyland trivia. I'll ask you guys the questions, but we'll have to ask Josh last because he probably knows all the answers.
I call Mary's on my team.
So let me bring the game up. We have 9 questions. Even when I was making this, I knew all the answers, so I was pretty excited about that. So when I was creating it, but hey, we're gonna go here. Let's go with Sam because she's never been to Disneyland first. Question number 1. That's a pretty easy one. You probably don't even need the choices, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. And can you watch comments for me?
Yes.
All right, here we go. First question. The first day Disneyland opened was nicknamed, and here's your choices: the happiest day on earth, Disney Day, Disneyland Day, or Black Sunday. Now let the people this one's pretty easy.
This one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
So let's give the people at home a chance. Danny says Black Sunday.
Okay. Anyone else have a different guess here?
I love how you guys say this is pretty easy because I don't know.
Okay. Brianna, do you know?
Did you watch the Imagineering story?
Yes.
Yeah, it was they said it in there. It's okay.
The first episode, friend.
So the answer is, let me see.
Mary says Black Sunday. Sam says Black Sunday.
I agree with Mary.
The answer is Black Sunday. I didn't ask you, Josh. I knew you would know that, Josh. I'm sorry. But next question is for David. Are you ready?
I would have guessed it right anyway.
Yeah, you would have. You would have guessed after Mary put up her answer, and you would have gotten it right. So.
No, you always bet on black. If it's black anything, just black.
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
There we go.
Shoot.
How many audio animatronics are on the ride Pirates of the Caribbean, including people and animals?
4.
No. Your choices are 37, 78, 97, or 128.
This is a very interesting question.
Yes, it is.
I appreciate the research that went into this question, and Sam, cue up the.
I just googled.
cue up the audience responses while I'm opining here. But,
Danny says 37.
Good job, Danny. But I'm going to go a different direction because while this is an interesting question, it is a very easy question. And while I may pretend like I
Bill
don't
says
know
97. Bill,
what's going on here,
David's waiting for Mary's answer.
That's exactly what he's doing.
It's
Okay.
I think it's definitely a huge number. Oh, and I'm gonna say it's probably is there anything over 100? 128 is my answer. 128 my final answer.
Josh, what's the answer?
Well, total it's over 100, but there were 65 humans and 55 animals. So things have changed over time. Things get added and taken out.
Right.
Oh.
So what's the answer now?
It is 128.
128.
Oh,
yeah. And it broke it down. I didn't want to put the history of each answer on here, but it does. Yeah, it did break it down. So 128 more people than there are. There's all. I mean, they're counting like all the cats and the dogs and every single thing. So, but yeah,
which is divided by 4. My first thing. So just
okay. So you and Mary got it right.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, Brianna. Actually, David. Who's the captain of who's the captain of the Star Speeder on Star Tours?
Captain EO?
That is one of the choices. But your choices are R2D2, C3PO, Captain EO, or Rex.
Wait, what was the question again?
Who's the captain of the Star Speeder on Star Tours?
Oh, yeah, that's Rex.
Okay. You sound pretty confident in that.
Wait. Bill
which
says
one?
the day I counted, it was 97. They took some out.
That's fair. Thank you, Bill. We're talking Disneyland. It might be different over there in Florida. So
Yeah, I was gonna say Disneyland
I think it's a joke because
ride.
it's
right.
counting all of them would be.
Yeah. That's someone's job.
Danny says 3PO.
Okay.
Rex retired. Mary says Rex. Bill says 3PO.
Okay, so Josh,
Actually said P3O.
It's C3PO now. It was Rex, but C3PO is the one piloting the ship. The actual captain didn't get to get on the ship. He was voiced by Patrick Warburton. You can hear him in the video before you board. I can't remember what his numbers were, but it's 3PO now.
Yeah, I'm not even going to put up the answer because the answer I have is wrong. So, but just because you both are right, not even think about it.
Right. So,
what did it say? Well, R2D2 was the navigator.
It was Rex.
Yeah, Rex. Where's the original? And you can see him in the queue.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay.
I got cut out. You can see him in the queue now because he's still there. But yeah,
Chris
it was
says
Rex.
the shiny British guy.
That's right. The guy that had been the only guy to be in every single movie. Mr.
So wait, did I get that right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Rex was voiced by Paul Rubens.
Yes, he is.
Pee Wee Herman. Oh, nice.
Brianna, are you ready?
Yes, I guess.
The original name of the Astro Orbiter was the Astro Jets, the Rocket Jets, the Tomorrowland Jets, or the Rocket Rods. Which that is not the answer. So,
Rocket Rods don't sound Disney. It sounds.
Oh no, it is.
Well,
okay. After dark.
Any guesses?
Chris said what Sam was thinking.
touchy subject.
Danny says B. Rocket Jets. Mary says Tomorrowland Jets.
Okay, the comments need to pick an answer for me here.
Okay.
I will go with. I have no idea. I'll go with A.
Okay, Josh.
A.
That's correct. Astro Jets. Yes.
I went through a couple names because it was also the Tomorrowland Jets later on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they've changed that thing so many times.
Well, I'm actually writing an article about that for a magazine right now, the Astro Orbiter. So,
oh wow,
last week I started writing it. So I was like, hey, I just was revisiting that.
I was talking to a good friend the other day, and we were asked, and we were talking about different things that we'd want to change, and they said that they would want to take out the Astro Orbiter, which I was kind of surprised to hear that. But Hey, the Astro Orbiter. I think where it's placed is awful. That's my only thing about that is because it just completely blocks off the entrance to that land. But
well, it used to be on top of the where the people mover was.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, David, this question's for you, buddy. You ready?
Of course.
All right, here we go. A silly spook may
really
come out to socialize, sit by your side, start to shriek and harmonize, or arrive for the midnight spree.
Just a haunted mansion.
Yes, it is. It is. Yes, that's why.
That's
it's for you.
why I laughed so hard.
All right. So, well, let's see. By reason of the deduction, I don't think shriek and harmonize. So, and sit by your side, I don't think you're allowed to touch things. Maybe, I don't know. Come out to socialize sounds a little too pre-COVID. So we're not doing that. So I'm gonna say D. Arrive for the midnight spree.
Okay, Mary, can you give us an answer? You're gonna go with D.
You're not posting any of the answers.
There aren't any.
No one else knows this.
No.
Oh, I mean,
It's somewhere between A and D.
Mary says B. By your side. It is between A and D.
It is between
6 feet. Hopefully, sit by your side. So.
Yep. You got 2 Bs
You
so
can't
far.
catch germs from
Spirits.
You never heard of Corona Ghost Virus?
Let's sit by your side.
All right.
Me sit by your side. All right.
I'll accept that.
Sung by the
Okay.
Mellow Men.
Yep. Sam, since you've never been there, but let's do this one. Here we go. Splash Mountain used characters from. If you watch Imagineering Story, you should know this. A. Country Bear Jamboree. B. Brer Rabbit, which I don't know why they had that choice in there. C. Mark Twain, or D. America Sings.
Okay. Sorry, I was putting up Mary's comment.
It's all right.
I think I know the answer, but I'm going to try and give it a second. I think that it is America Sings.
Okay.
But I'm not positive. Rosemarie says B. Christina says A. Country Bear Jamboree.
I'm going with A2.
All right.
No, I don't. Well, I feel like I would recognize a little bit more if it was the Tom Hanks mermaid movie. I'm going to go with America Sings.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Except 2 of the geese, they went to Star Tours.
Oh.
We have.
Facts.
Let's go with. We got a couple more here. Let's go with this
Joshua
one here.
really does have all the facts.
He knows the stuff too. I'm just going to give this question to you, Josh. You ready?
Okay.
All right. How many times has the drawbridge for Sleeping Beauty's castle been lowered?
Twice.
Yeah. No, let me put up the choices. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Man.
Can you tell us which 2 times?
I can.
Opening day and in 1983.
Yep, for the Fantasyland refurb.
Yeah, refurb.
Yep.
But Josh,
When they
Josh is
reopened
further than
Fantasyland.
Yeah.
Yep.
1983 and 1955.
So
Okay.
I have.
And it was narrated by Thor Ravenscroft as they did it in the first time
Oh.
on opening day.
Last question here. I probably should have asked you this one, Josh, because but you already mentioned this nice lady already tonight. So, Brianna, how old was the first aerialist to fly as Tinkerbell? Your choices are A, 19, B, 27, C, 42, and D, 71.
I don't know. Wasn't she 19?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know.
You got 71. It has to be 71.
71. That's it.
Okay. Sam, what do you think?
71.
All right. And
Wait.
Josh, what was it?
The answer is D.
Yeah.
It is.
71.
So Tiny Klein was 71, Mimi Zerbini was 19, and Gina Rock was 27. I'm not sure how old Judy Kay was.
Yeah.
Maybe she was 42 since
Maybe she
that's
was
the other
42.
age that-
Yeah. I don't know. Those are the questions that were given to us here. So that's our game. That was fun.
That was fun.
Sam, where can we find you on social media?
All over the place, Samantha Mlodecki or Disology Podcast or at Walt's Apartment Behind the Lamp.
There you go. Yeah, Sam posts one picture on there of her ears, and the freaking page goes crazy. So thank you for that. No, it was good. It was good. We got lots of good pictures of people with their ears on, and it was fun.
I just realized this was the one question I could have answered with my tattoo.
You have a 71 tattoo?
Can't see it. Yep.
Oh, damn. All right.
D71.
All right. David, where can we find you on all? Sorry, buddy. On all of social media.
You can Google Blurred Hulk. Considering running for Congress here because I'm kind of fed up with stuff, and I'm also, if that doesn't work out, I'm thinking about moving to Paris because I hear they like guys like nerds like me over there. But yeah, no, I'm on social media. I'm all over. So I'm on Clubhouse, TikTok. I'm kind of on strike on TikTok. I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Facebook.
David, you have to make sure that you fill out the forms this time when you run.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not talking about that. But yeah, just Google Blurred Hulk and I'm everywhere. And
there you
stuff,
go. Brianna, how about you?
Yeah, you can find me at Brianna_K7 on Instagram or the Walt's Apartment Instagram page or Walt's Apartment Podcast on TikTok.
Yes. Check out our TikTok. Check everything out. You can find me at waltsapt.com. David, I actually can use one of my tattoos to answer the question. You can find me at Walt's Apartment as well. So,
Hey.
yeah, find on the Facebook page, on the Instagram page, whatever. I want to thank Joshua Schaefer, our special awesome guest. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a good time.
I did.
Check out his book, and what's it called? The Magic Kingdom.
It's Discovering the Magic
Discovering the
Kingdom,
Magic
an
Kingdom.
unofficial Disneyland vacation guide.
Yes,
Perfect.
I will put the link in the show notes for the book, and
My pins are there as well.
I'm getting the book.
You do sell pins as well, right?
I do. I make fantasy pins for Disney, like this one. This is my new one. This is Super Stitch, but it's for autism
nice.
awareness.
Oh, that's cool.
I've done 126 different designs since 2016.
You have any?
It's
Wanda
funny because
pins?
I heard you guys talking in your last episode about how people are being judgmental.
Yep.
Oh,
About
Froze.
wearing masks. You froze.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard you guys talking about people who were being judgmental about being vaccinated or not, or wearing masks at the park. And I made this pin called that says I'm vaccinated, and it's electroplated metal. I posted it in a group to sell it up here, and there's a local group, and there's 130 comments, and 90% of them were all negative comments.
Wow.
People talking
Yeah.
crap about people who get
Yep.
vaccinated. People are getting vaccinated, talking crap about the non-vaccinated or mask wearers, and it's just like it's just stupid.
yeah.
It just needs to
It's
end at
crazy.
one
And then
point.
I posted
It's
it in the pin
insane.
group, and there was one comment. Oh, I'm interested. Of course, all the negative comments helped with the, Facebook, and I ended up, I sold quite a bit of them. But
Right.
That's
So
the
cool.
times we're in, man. That's
So we appreciate you coming in, and it's
Thank you.
disneyguide.org, right? Yes.
Here we go.
There you go.
DisneyGuide.org.
DisneyGuide.org. Yes.
All right, perfect. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode, and we hope you had a great time. And from all of us here, we hope you enjoy the view from Walt's Apartment. Good night, everyone.
Bye.